Hey guys, how's it going? It's your boy M.K.S here, back in another video. Obviously, this is one of my football videos, so I hope football fans out there around the world preferably will enjoy this video and probably take part by commenting in the comment section, either in the live chat or in the comments itself. But yeah, I'd love to hear from football fans generally. What I was thinking of initially was people to list their favorite players or their best XI or favorite squad players. So yeah, either in list form, like putting like manager, who they want the manager to be the manager, then colon, and then naming who you'd want to be the manager of your favorite team or whatever, or basically what you think the best XI would be or the best squad. So yeah, first team of 11 and then subs players. So yeah, either in list form, or if you could find a way to maybe make your own response videos and like share them in the comment section as well, that'd be great. With like if you're able to do graphics, I'm not very good at tech, so I won't be able to do so myself, but if you're able to have like a football pitch, preferably in green with the lines and all that, obviously looking like a football pitch, and yeah, like who you want your manager, who you would want as your manager at the top, and then the players, and then the subs on the side of the pitch, basically next to the throw-in margins and stuff like that. So I think that'd be interesting to read or see respectively, or watch if people make response videos, hopefully not too harshly or too disparagingly about my corniness perhaps, or whatever, or my foolishness, but yeah, hopefully it won't be too harsh. But yeah, in the comment section, hopefully some of you will be even nice, hopefully. But yeah, so that was one thing I was initially just going to talk about, that. So yeah, people to list your favorite or best XI, and yeah, best say 11 to 22 or 23 or even 30 or 40 players who you think are in the world. Maybe even just listing like who you think are the best players, best managers, coaches, and that kind of thing. Another idea I thought of in terms of tactics would be like having like in terms of coaching staff, probably giving an idea away here, but is like if you would have attacking coaches, defensive coaches, midfield coaches, goalkeeper coaches, and things like that. So yeah, that'd be interesting to read and watch and see. So yeah, I hope football fans around the world get involved. Soccer for any Americans out there. I know not everyone likes that term, but yeah, Calcio for people in Italy. I know I mentioned this quite about a billion times. I'm very repetitive, but maybe even a trillion. But yeah, I'm a big fan of Italian football and Celtic, as I often say. But yeah, so I'd love, especially for Italian fans of Italian football generally, and Celtic, but also fans generally, like who would you like to be, even Rangers fans, possibly, fans from the EPL, lower leagues, La Liga or whatever, to list who you would put in your XI, or basically squad players, for those who don't know what XI means. I'm sure most people probably know what it means, but anyway, another thing I was thinking, like I would love to work with FIFA and UEFA and other football bodies and NGOs, and like Italian teams and Celtic as well, and like I'd love to write to them and communicate with them and find ways to network with them, talk about my ideas about football and how to promote football around the world, which to me is the best sport in the world, and how like Italian teams and Celtic perhaps could be able to bypass financial fair play. Another thing I wanted to do is another goal of mine. I'll use a football term as well, like goal, so double meaning on that one, is to work with Italian teams, the Italian national team, F.I.G.C, the Italian F.A., and Serie A and the lower leagues as well, maybe even grassroots and Italian football generally, and people involved in Italian football, to bring them together, but also to help them to work together with Celtic, and also for both Italian teams, generally as many Italian teams as possible, and those involved in Italian football, possibly even those from the Diaspora, and maybe even my fellow Eurasians and others, as well as Celtic, to network with each other, but also to network with like sporting special needs or learning disabled or neurodiverse schools, whichever term you prefer, and organizations in and across Africa and Asia and Ireland as well. Former colonized countries, especially countries like Malaysia, India, Indonesia, and Singapore, which I have to mention, which I would love to work with them for two reasons. One, because they have a lot of Eurasians, and they've given rights to Eurasians historically, so I sort of wanted to say thank you to them. And the other thing is I want to reparate them for being colonized, so I would love to help them, like so Italian teams and Celtic, like to fundraise for them in areas to do with football, but also just generally like to help them have PCs, laptops, tech equipment and stuff like that, as well as schools in Africa for neurodiverse people in Africa as well, across Africa, like Kenya, South Africa, Central Africa, and elsewhere, perhaps including North Africa, like Tunisia and places like that. So yeah, I hope that all made sense, and I think that covers all my ideas for now. If I've forgotten any, I'll probably include them next Friday, which is the 21st, so like 21 again. So any ideas I might have forgotten, probably should keep it short and sweet. So I think that goes in. I often fear that I've forgotten things, but yeah, I hope that made sense. I await any questions you might have as well. I know I've put in the live chat, like, what do you think of football and what do you think of my content, and that kind of thing. And yeah, what your ideas are on football as well, and like how you think football can make the world a better place. I'd love for, as I say, Italian football, as well as myself, Italian football and Celtic also, to get involved in like football for good, doing lots of good charity work, including, as I say, helping neurodiverse schools. I hope this will benefit Italian football and Celtic because in the long term, it'll be like loss leading. So like any investment, they'll be putting money up front first of all and spending money. But hopefully in the future, even if they give away kits and help to fundraise for football pitches and opportunities for supporting neurodiverse people, special needs, learning disabled, whichever term you prefer, in those and across those countries, across Africa and Asia and Ireland, and even Latin America, perhaps. Hopefully, in the longer term, they will benefit through people in those countries supporting Italian teams themselves, like buying the kits if and when they get the money to do so, and following Serie A and Celtic, the official channels, as well as the F.I.G.C, which hopefully in turn will help Italian football and Celtic to fundraise club team level to buy better players, and for the national team also, in Italy's case, to develop like football pitches to help younger players, especially to practice. Also, another benefit for Italian football and Celtic potentially is, especially for younger people, to go there and practice and play football with the younger people there. So hopefully that will help them to have more opportunities to practice, all being well. But I'd love to hear, read from your thoughts as well, or even, as I say, response videos and listen to them, and that kind of thing. Whether you think this would benefit. So basically the question is, do you think this would benefit Italian football and or Celtic, and also the people with neurodiverse conditions in Malaysia, India, Indonesia, Singapore, and across Asia and Africa, including the Rare Gem School I work with in Kenya, which I talked about recently. And I'd love to be able to work with neurodiverse schools, as I say, in those countries I just mentioned, across Asia and Africa, all those sorts of nations. Yeah, I'm just fearing that I've forgotten anything, so I'll probably be kicking myself. But if I have, hopefully I'll remember it next week. Answer a call, post it in the comments. Please share this video with any football fans you know, and I appreciate your likes, views, and that kind of thing. Yeah, so I'd love it, even if people are not into football, would just to be nice, will like my videos, including the football ones. Anywho, I am out. Peace and love.